Hello once again and welcome to my YouTube channel. Chris, now I'm super excited to see you once again. And so today I decided to show you how to use some of the magic operating system called Kali Linux. Those who are the beginners don't know what it's about. Kali Linux is the operating system that is now designed by offensive security, and it is used now to perform some kind of penetration testing, and then you can exploit the system vulnerabilities in order to secure our systems and so ensure that there is no one who can attack us. This operating system contains a bunch of the tools that are pre-written or pre-installed that can be used where you are performing those kind of things, where direct database management, password attacks, virus attacks, and forensics. But we are going to do something ethical, not destroying other systems. And so today, guys, I decided to show you some of the basic commands or things you need to know in order to continue. Note that when you are going to perform anything in this operating system, we perform it as command. Most of the things we perform here is now command related, and the command we use will be written in this shell or this terminal. This is where we get things done. And so I open it like this one. You can make some customization. You can choose whatever color you want, whatever things you want, and you can also split it, but you're not going to see that in this moment. So let's first start. You're going to start by navigating the file systems. We know that in Windows we use our mouse to navigate the file system, but in this case we use what we call CD. This is what we mean is now it's called change directory. But before I continue, I'm going to introduce the new command called pwd. This is what you call print working directory. And when you type this one and then you press enter, you see now I'm in the home and Chris. Okay, and this is my current working directory. The whatever thing that we do, whatever folder we create, it will be located in that directory. And so let me introduce another one which is called erase. And what this do is now it erases the directory contents or the file that you contain in your directory or folder if you are moving from Windows. Okay, whatever you can call it, it's just the same thing. So let me go ahead and press enter, and you can see now I have these files and folders are in this dark blue and files are in white. So let me navigate to my desktop. What we do, we write cd and then we type desktop, and then when you type disk you can press the tab auto compression in order to save our time. Other things, I'm here now to apologize. I'm in the neighborhood where there are some children who are making some noise, so I can't stop giving you videos, so don't mind that. So I navigated to my desktop, and as you can see now my path is now on my desktop. And now you can also navigate to my root directory. The root directory is now the directory which is now in root mode. To change on that, you can press cd and then you do this /, then press enter. In this case we are now in root. You see now there is something, this / is not contained here where we have seen the home. Okay, moving forward, another thing which is now more important is now getting help. For example, you can be told a tool, then you don't know how to use it. In this case, let me create the screen. To create the screen, you can press clear like this one, or press Ctrl R, the same thing. And then when you want to pull up some help, or when you see something you're not familiar with, but there is some help which are now written in this operating system. Okay, let me go ahead. For example, there's some tool which is called aircrack ng, like this one, and then you can use that / then you can get help on how to use this one. And this will provide some information about that tool and the way you can use them, the way you can input the command, and the way you can input some of the arguments. And then now useful material is now the manual page. I may press Ctrl R. The manual page, now what they do is now they give you a reference on how to use that tool in very detailed information. Let me go ahead and try that. To access the manual page, you press man, then you type the aircrack ng, and then you press enter. And this one, what we to do, it will provide much of the information on how to use that tool, and then you can navigate at the end of the file in order to have the clear understanding on how to use the tool. And so guys, I hope you are getting the idea. Okay, let's move on. To quit this one, you can press Q. Okay, then let's clear our screen. Okay, I'm going now to show you how you can locate something with the locate command. If you're willing to see where the file is located. For example, I took the aircrack ng as my reference, aircrack ng, like this one, and then it can show you everywhere there is now that keyword which is called aircrack ng. And this locate is not cool, as when you make change there will be another step to update our system, and then don't be overwhelmed by that. We will see them when we continue this course. So let me go ahead and clear the screen, and then you can also find the binaries using the where is command. To do that, we can use like where is. Okay, I made a typo. Where is let's say aircrack ng, like this one, and then to show you the folder, the path where it is now, where it is located. These are the binaries, as you see, this bin aircrack ng user those files. Okay, let's move on. There is now the time when you want to show the path where it's now our certain tool is located. You can also use what we call which, and then as always I took aircraft as my reference, and then you press enter, and you can see now it is located in the user bin aircraft ng. Great, I hope you are getting it very well. And then there are some powerful searching tools that you can use when you are performing some kind of a lot of things. And then I'm going to introduce what we call find. Find is somehow complex, and then the syntax is somehow tricky, but you don't want to be overwhelmed. I'm going to show you how to use that. Okay, first of all, write find, and then you specify the path. In this case, let me use my root directory, and then you specify the type of the thing you want to search. In this case, you can press like F means file, D means directory. In this case, let me search the file, and then you specify the name, and then you specify the specific name you want to search. For example, let me search for aircrack ng, like this one. And in this case, what it will show me, all these in my root directory. And as you can see, most of the file are written permission denied, and then you see now how to change the permission in further videos. But what I wanted you to have is this understanding on how to search for certain keyword. And I can search other one like any map is now used to scan, and it can show you a bunch of information like this one. Okay, you can also change the path, like you can now change if you want to see if in etc, for example, you can see now there's some bunch of information here, and you got the idea. Okay, there is also another thing you can search using a word card. Word cards we discussed them, or I provide some video on the card up there on how to use the word card. And then I can pull up my command like here, and then I can put like asterisk here in order to show you all the file. Let me use the previous example to show you when they try to search like a pash, and then press asterisk like this one. In this case, it will provide all folders and files. As you can see, those are now .txt files, rather than listing only the directory as it had done before. You see there is no file here, but when you try to put this asterisk, you see also the files are now listed. Okay, let's move on. There is a case where we need now to know what process are running. You can use ps or ps aux, and then you can see all the processes that are running on our system. And as I'm writing this command, you have to take your computer and go with me to write this command as I'm typing them in order to see the change. And then you're going to see how now to find a certain process. You can now filter using what you call grep. And let me show you how now this work. Let me say I do that like ps like this one, you put a pipe is now like this one, and then you put grep. For example, search for Apache, and in this case you see now our command is now listed here. And as you can see in all commands here, you can navigate to see where our command is now located. And I hope you get the idea, guys. Okay, let me do it again. We use ps to list our command, then we pipe into grep, and then we search the keyword we call Apache to see if now it's running. For example, you can search for another which you don't know if it's running, like I was taking aircrack ng like this one to see if it's now running. You see now it's here, and you will explain what this means in further videos. By this I want you to take like that one. Okay, let's move on how now to modifying files and directories. Okay, to go, let me go ahead and clear the screen. I am going to show you how to create file. To create file, I'm going to show you some of the two commands. I'm going to show you how to call cat, which is used for concatenating or putting together the words, and the other which is called cat or touch. Sorry. Okay, let me use cat first to make some file. I will go ahead and put cat, and then I will redirect to that file to ethical, like this one, ethical, and this will be the name of my file, and then press enter. Okay, I'm in my root directory, so let me change it, go to my home. Okay, and then I'm going to cat ethical and cat and direct it to ethical, and then it will start a listen on what we are going to type. And in this case, it will start listening on our keyboard if you are typing anything. For example, let me say welcome to Linux 15-minute tutorial. That's why I hope I will 15-minute tutorial. And then when we want to save, we click Ctrl D. And in this case, when I right cat and put ethical, it will now show me what I have written in that file. So let's say we want to append something in there. We can pull up the command like this one, but in this case we use these double things, and then we push enter, and then I can put another things. Unless if you use one, you will overwrite what you have written. And me say my name is Chris, and I'm happy to be here. Okay, and then when you press Ctrl D, you pull up the card again. You see now my other line is now added here. Okay, isn't it awesome? Okay, so let's move on. Okay, now we are going now to see how you can use touch too. Let me now you go ahead and type touch, and then you pull up the file. Let me see, use this hacking.txt like this one. Press enter, and that hacking the txt is containing anything. When you try to access it using cat, we see there is nothing shown on our screen. But when we want to append something, we can go ahead and put like this one txt, and then we can put like hello. Then when you save, you pull this one, you see now hello is in there. I hope you get the idea. And so guys, I'm going to continue with creating directory. To create directory, simply to show you how effective they are, let me go on my desktop, cd desktop like this one. You use mkdir like this one, and then you put like Chris like this one, Chris, and then press enter. You see now my directory is here. I can navigate to that folder by here using this, and then I'm in Chris. And don't mind those noises, the kids playing there, but they can't stop us from doing our things. And then let me go ahead, I'm going to see how to copy a file now. And then when we were doing all these files, they were here in my home directory. I'm going to copy this hacking.txt into my folder called Chris, and then I will go and show you in graphical mode what's inside. So let me go ahead, we'll use cp to copy, and then I'm going to call this hacking.txt and then specify the path on my desktop like this one, and then Chris. Okay, Chris, Oh Jesus, are you right? Oh jeez. Okay, this one. Okay, let's see what we have done. Desktop, then Chris. Okay, like that one. Remember to remove this one because the one that caused the error. And then when you try to open our Chris in graphical mode, you see now my hacking.txt is now in there. And then as quick as possible, let me try to access my file and then try to rename it. And then let me move to my directory here, to my desktop, and then Chris, like this one line, and then I really try to read the directory content. We see now you have this txt. We can move, we can rename that file into something else. Let me go ahead. You can use mv, and then it's called hacking.txt, and call it hacking2.txt. okay, this will change this from this name to this. Let me go ahead and see if it works. And as you can see now, it's no longer hacking, it's now hacking2. Okay, this mv also can be used to move a file. Let me go ahead and then try to access the file which has contained here. Let me move this chris.txt on my desktop to show you the change. Let me create this mv chris.txt, sorry, and then I'm going to move it on desktop. Okay, and as you can see now, my chris.txt is in here now on desktop. When you try to allocate it again, you see now there is no chris here. Okay, you get the idea. And so the last thing I'm going to show you is now to remove a directory of a file. To remove a file, you can use rm and then you specify the name of the file. Let me say ethical, like this one. Then you press enter successfully. You can see there is no ethical in this file. Now it has been removed. And there is another thing you can do whenever you want to delete, and it will prompt you if you want to delete to. Then to do that, you can type like let me take this file hacking.txt, and then you can put another option like -ri, like this one. Put a space, move on, and want the space here. Okay, now here. And when it will ask us before it deleted, then we'll go ahead and press enter. And then I'm going to show you how to remove a directory. To remove a directory, let me change my destination to desktop. To remove the directory, you can use rm2 and then specify the directory. But pay attention, when it is now empty directory, you can use rmdr to remove the empty directory. If it's now empty, it will go. As you see, it's not empty. When it's not empty, we will now, to make what we call recursive delete. To recursive delete, we will now press rm then r, and then we will force Chris to delete. And then when you press enter, we see that there is no longer Chris here now. And so guys, those were now I wanted to show you as a beginner, and I hope now you have a clear understanding on what we are doing here. And if you have any question, be free to comment in my comment section. And so guys, if you're liking this video again, you can now press like and then subscribe and then share with your friends. I hope you guys will get something in this one, and see you another time. And I'm going to show you now how to hack with my future videos, and then as always do things for ethical hacking, not for destroying someone's system. And so guys, I hope I will meet you there. Peace.